Contenders. I'm your host, Paegun Young. We are already 10 days into the new year of 2003. If you've made resolutions, well, I hope you're still keeping them. Now, we have some people backstage who wanted to begin the year with a little bit of excitement. Let's welcome them onto the stage. Let's welcome today's contenders. Welcome to our stage. We have the STEM team, Philip Kim and Ben Kim, and I understand you are from a church. Together, you are a pastor and student, and that STEM is actually the name of your church group.
Yes, it is. We go to Sarang Community Church, and our English youth group is called Sarang Teens English Ministry. And I'm the youth pastor, and he's my youth, as my student.
I see. And of course, sarang is love in English,
That's
so
right.
You're the pastor of the Love Church.
Yes.
Well, welcome to our stage, and good luck to you today.
Thank you very much.
And now going against you today, we have the Sai team, Jo-shin-hye and Yu-suk. And of course, Sai is the first letter from each of your last names,
Yes.
Jo and Yu. But I understand that there's a deeper meaning to Sai.
Right, because we like the famous singer, the popular singer Psy, whose song is titling as Champions, and it contains some kind of a hope to be the champions.
So you want to be the champ today.
Right.
Well, good luck to you as well. Now let us begin the quiz. Now, in this first section, I'll be giving you 10 multiple choice questions worth 10 points each. You'll be given 5 seconds to answer per question. And of course, if you're not sure about a certain question, you can call out chance. We'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And of course, that'll give you a better chance at the correct answer. If you get all 10 correct, we'll give you 50 bonus points. And I hope that I'll be able to give each of you 50 bonus points today. STEM, if you're ready, please choose among question sets Q, U, I, and Z.
Z.
Okay, we'll go with question set Z, number 1. Of the following, how many hours are there in one day? 112, 224, 336, 448.
Number 2, 40. That's pretty good, Ben.
So easy, we're making you smile. And we go to question number 2. Of the following, the duckling turns out to be what bird in The Ugly Duckling by Hans Christian Andersen? 1, duck, 2, eagle, 3, goose, 4, swan.
Number 4, swan.
And we go on to question number 3. Of the following, which city is not a capital? 1, Bangkok, 2, Sydney, 3, Mexico City, 4, Seoul.
2, Sydney.
Of course, the capital of Australia is Canberra. And of course, you haven't used chance yet. And we go into question number 4. Of the following, which movie has the most sequels? 1, The Godfather, 2, Austin Powers, 3, The Terminator, 4, Lethal Weapon.
4, Lethal Weapon.
And of course, Lethal Weapon is the only one that has the 4th sequel. And we go on to question number 5. A philosopher collected his sayings in volumes called Lunyu the Analects. Of the following, this is the basis of what religion? 1, Taoism, 2, Confucianism, 3, Shintoism, 4, Sikhism.
2, Confucianism.
Very good. And how do you feel you're doing so far, STEM team?
I think we're doing pretty well. I think Ben's doing real well.
You think you have a chance of getting to number 10 and getting 50 bonus points?
Sure, why not?
Hope so.
Yeah, think positive, right?
Yeah, that's
And
right.
we go on to question number 6. Of the following, vinegar has a pH of what? 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 10, 4, 14.
1, 6.
STEM, you seemed unsure, but you went for it. Glad you went for it?
Huh?
Glad you took the chance?
Yeah, I think you knew it. You knew it, yeah? Yeah, I had no idea.
Well, you picked a good partner.
Yeah.
And we go to question number 7. Of the following, which country has no written constitution? 1. The United States. 2. Poland. 3. The United Kingdom. 4. Korea. You can use chance.
Can we use a chance, please?
Okay, we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. Please
Good
make
one.
your selection. STEM team, final answer?
To Poland.
Actually, you're going for the United Kingdom. Yes, it has no formal constitution.
Is
They
that
actually have
right?
statutes
Wow.
that they go by. Well, STEM team, you did a pretty good job. You have 60 points. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And now, Psy team, you have a choice of Q, U, and I.
We will go with you.
Okay, questions at U. Number 1. Of the following, what comes last in a traditional Western full-course meal? 1. Soup. 2. Salad. 3. Main dish. 4. Dessert.
For dessert.
And we go to question number 2. Of the following, which cannot play back pictures? 1. LP. 2. Videotape. 3. CD-ROM. 4. DVD.
Number 1, LP.
Right. And we go to question number 3. Of the following, a loafer is what kind of fashion item? 1. Sweater. 2. Hat. 3. Shoe. 4. Pants.
3 shoes.
Sai, these are pretty easy, aren't they?
We are nervous.
Well, you don't look it. You look fine. And we go into question number 4. Of the following, which sport is associated with the words strike, spare, 300, and turkey? 1. Baseball. 2. Rugby. 3. Cricket. 4. Bowling. If you're not sure, you can call out chance.
We will use the chance.
Okay, we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. Sai, your final selection, please.
Number 4.
Very good. And of course, turkey is strikes in a row. And we go to question number 5. Of the following, what word fits into this well-known Shakespearean saying, quote, all the world is a blank, end quote? 1. Stage. 2. Show. 3. Theater. 4. Joke. Sai, final selection.
Number 3, theater.
Actually, perhaps you translated over from the Korean, but actually you were looking for all the world is a stage. Well, Sai, this is the beginning, so we have lots of points ahead. You end the section with 40 points, and STEM, you're ahead at 60 points. Now, the second section is where we get to see how well you work together. And so, STEM team, if you're ready, please take your position next to me. And of course, as you know, we give you a list of 20 words in a pre-chosen category. You cannot use the word or phrase that we give you on the board, of course, but you can use almost anything else to give a hint to your partner. And your pre-chosen category is planets. And you have a favorite planet besides perhaps Earth?
Besides Earth,
Yeah.
I like Mars. Mars is pretty nice.
But
Yeah.
you actually told me before the show that you had a reason for why you chose planets as your category.
Yeah, there is a reason. It's because there are 9 of them, and we're pretty confident with the 9 planets. And so,
Only 9 things to really know, right?
right, but there are 20 words, so I'm not sure.
I'm sure you'll do fine. Are you ready?
Thank you.
Go.
First planet,
Mercury.
the satellite that revolves around the Earth.
Moon.
Saturn has these.
Rings.
The force of Earth has a really strong
Gravity.
The U, planet with the U.
Uranus.
Good. Okay, this is a famous restaurant kind of place.
Planet Hollywood.
Oh, the scientist, the guy who looked up at the sky. C, the scientist.
Galileo.
C, Ben.
Huh?
C, starts with a C.
Copernicus.
Yeah. Okay, the moon is a type of.
Satellite.
All right, and when the planets are going round and around, it's called a.
Revolution.
Oh, starts with an O.
Orbit.
And J, planet J. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars.
Jupiter.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, the movie.
The Terminator.
No, complete recollection. What's another way of saying complete recollection? T, starts with a T.
Total annihilation.
Okay, no, the first one is right. The second word is recollection.
Total recollection.
Total, never mind, pass. All right, N, big planet, N.
Neptune.
Okay, the planet with the rings.
Saturn.
The book about male and female.
You were really not happy about not getting to the last one.
Yeah.
It's Dr. Gray's book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. And you passed on Total Recall. That was the movie he was trying to get at.
I have no idea.
But you did a great job, actually, with this section. You have 180 points. Congratulations. And now, Psy team, please take your position. And as your pre-chosen category, you picked mountains.
Yes.
Now, do you climb?
Not really, but I used to do.
And so you like mountains?
Yes. And wise people like the mountain, so we'd like to study more about mountain.
You want to be wise and be champions.
Right.
Want a lot. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Go.
In the top of the mountain is hole. By your office.
Nearby my office?
Yes.
Start with what?
Different tower.
Tower?
South Mountain. In Korea.
Bamsan?
Yes. The Alp. Oh, the Swiss.
Alps?
Yes. How to go up to the mountain? The
Climb?
verb. The most beautiful mountain in North Korea.
금강산.
In Asia, is the mountain. Highest mountain in Asia.
Highest mountain in Asia? Everest?
H.
Himalaya?
Yes.
Himalaya mountains?
It's the mountains in the range.
Himalaya range? Himalaya mountains?
Mountains.
Himalayas?
Yeah. When you're shouting, it comes back to you.
The echo.
Right. The top of the mountain. Peak. Right. The movie. Sylvester Stallone.
Cliffhanger.
Right. It's Sydney. It's Australia.
Blue Mountains.
Test. The top of the mountain in U.S. The famous mountain in the U.S.
Rocky Mountains.
Yes. What's the highest mountain in the world?
Everest.
Right. In Japan, the top Fuji. Right.
Team, you did a pretty good job. I think we started you off on such a close-by mountain that we're so in proximity with in Seoul that it was tough for you to get it, Namsan.
Right.
Yeah. So that was a pretty tough beginning for you. And you also passed on actually the great Korean mountain climber Ho Young-ho. But you did a great job. You ended this section with 160 points. However, STEM is again ahead with 180 points. Congratulations. Now, this is the part where Mr. Kim Jun-sung comes out and helps me with the questions. Let's welcome him. Welcome to our stage, Jun-sung.
How do you do?
Oh, I'm fine. How
I
are
like
you?
that color. Is that like brown or is that like burgundy?
I think it's burgundy.
Burgundy? Okay, that looks really nice on you.
Thank you.
You should tell that to your
coordinator?
Yeah, coordinator.
Okay, I will. Actually, so this is actually day 10 into the year 2003, and this is the second game actually we are seeing into this new year. Do you actually have any resolutions that you thought up about this game?
Yeah, it's a bit late, but I thought about it, and I think, not just for me, but for everyone, but for me personally, is to, I guess, I hope that I just kind of hold on to my convictions and, you know, my goals. I think that's very important, I think. And I'm just hoping that I'm making the right decisions, even though you can make easier decisions which are more tempting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully we won't succumb to temptation. We have a pastor here.
Yeah.
And of course, we hope that we'll have more and more fun on this show, The Contenders. And of course, what are the rules?
Okay, for this section, it's a round of 15 non-multiple choice questions. Each question is worth 30 points. That's 450 points. So it's very close right now, but the winner will be decided at the end of this round. And the first team that buzzes in can answer. And if the team gets the answer wrong or cannot answer the question at all, then the question will go over to the other team. You have 5 seconds to answer. And when both teams cannot answer the question, we will give you a spelling hint. And wait for this lady to call on your name before you answer.
He gave you all the rules, so we'll begin with question number 1.
Okay, question number 1 is about city. According to a recent survey, foreign correspondents in this city appear to have the highest living costs, followed by New York City and London. Food, electricity, water, and clothing appear to be the most expensive in the city. Where is it?
Sai.
Tokyo?
And of course, it follows New York City and London, all very expensive cities. Of course, Seoul is not inexpensive, is it? With that one question, Sai, you've come up ahead. 190 versus STEM's 180. Again, this is a very close game. We'll see what happens with question number 2.
Okay, question number 2 is about a writer. StarCraft, the movie. In the game industry's ongoing search for more creative talent, a collaboration between this author and Japanese game publisher Sega was struck in order to develop an original game for release in 2004. Who is this Harvard Medical School graduate best known as the author of Jurassic Park?
STEM.
Crichton.
Michael Crichton was who we were looking for. And the lead is over to the STEM team. We'll see what happens with this next question.
Okay, question number 3 is about tradition. The tradition of 돌리잡이 in Korea, which tells the fortune of a child, is changing. The recent addition of this item is now included to indicate whether the child might become a high-tech entrepreneur. What is this typical computer input device with an animal name?
STEM.
Mouse.
Of course, 돌잡이 is where you put the child in front of an array of items that he can choose from. And of course, 돌 is the first birthday of the baby. So if the baby chooses, I don't know, a mouse, then it means he might grow up to be a venture entrepreneur in computers. And of course, if he grabs a pencil, he'll become a great scholar, or she'll become a great scholar. It's very interesting.
It also says something about what society thinks about high tech, you know, and
What did you pick?
I never picked one actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I picked Thread, which is long life.
I think I picked up a TV. I think that's the reason why I'm here.
And wow, that's an interesting thing to add for 돌잡이.
It was a small TV. When I was a little kid, I could just pick it up like this.
And we go on to question number 4.
Okay, question number 4 is about title. On January 10th, 1987, a search for evidence in the disappearance of Hella Crafts began on the snow-covered banks. As a result, doctors proved that her husband had disposed of her body with a wood chipper. This crime reminds us of this movie directed by the Coen brothers. What is the title of this movie, which is also a city in North Dakota?
Sai. Sai? Answer?
I'm sorry.
Ooh, STEM, 5 seconds. Why don't we take a look at the spelling hint? Coen Brothers movie
Not big Coen brothers fans.
and STEM.
Fargo.
Yes. And of course, Fargo, North Dakota is a place. And STEM, you're increasing your lead. Let's go on to question number 5.
Okay, question number 5 is about a device. Recently, Nils Bohlin passed away. According to Volvo, he's credited with saving about 1 million lives with his 3-point improvement on this simple but important safety device. This was first introduced in 1959 and is now used.
STEM.
Seatbelt?
Yes. And apparently, it's now used a million times a day, or millions of times a day, and helps to reduce the risk of death in car crashes by at least 45%. So we all should buckle in while we're in the car. And let's go on to the next question.
Okay, question number 6 is about a bird. The sound of this bird chirping in winter is a good sign, says scientists. It means that this bird has built up enough fat reserves to survive the cold nights. This bird traditionally sings in spring to attract a mate. What is this bird with a reddish breast?
STEM.
A robin?
Do you know a lot about birds?
I know nothing about birds. I know robins, though.
Okay. So you do know a lot about robins.
Yes.
Why is that?
Because, I don't know, I think I read an encyclopedia when I was younger.
Interesting. Okay. And we go on to question number 7.
Okay, question number 7 is about a country. A government vowing to press for greater independence from this country has been formed in Greenland following elections last month. Greenland has been
STEM.
Denmark.
Very good. Of course, Greenland has been semi-autonomous since 1979, but of course, Denmark is in charge of foreign affairs and defense policy here. And Sai, I'd like to encourage you to get back into the game. Take a chance. And let's go to the next question.
Okay, question number 8 is about structure. On November 30th, the remains of the world's most read French author Alexander Dumas, not dumbass, have been placed in this memorial in Paris. The name of this structure that was built as a church between 1764 and 1790 means a temple dedicated to all the gods. What is this?
A temple dedicated to all the gods. STEM.
Pantheon.
And we go on to question number 9.
Okay, question number 9 is about health. The busy lifestyle of modern women may be making some susceptible to what Dr. Brent Bost calls HWS, hurried women syndrome. The main cause of HWS is this. This is a mental, emotional, or physical strain caused, for example, by anxiety or overwork.
STEM.
Stress.
Pretty easy, aren't they? And Sai, I'd like to encourage you again to take a chance and buzz in. And we go on to question number 11.
Okay, question number 11 is about a word. From October, certain words will be prohibited from appearing on cigarettes within EU nations. This is because they may give false information about the toxicity of cigarettes. Accordingly, one Japanese tobacco brand may have to change its name to 7, taking out this word. What is this word?
Sai.
Mild.
Sai team, it's good to see you on the board. And let's go to the next question.
Okay, question number 12 is about art. In November of last year, Chilean artist Roberto Mata died at the age of 91. His death signals the passing of one of the last major figures of painting in the 20th century. This art movement tried to represent the subconscious mind by creating fantastic imagery. What is this movement represented by?
Sai.
Surrealism.
Yes. And of course, the representative artist was Dali. And it's good to see you again on the board, Sai. And let's go to the next question.
Okay, question number 13 is about internet. This site has been targeted by fraudsters to steal credit card details from its 55 million customers. The scam involved sending emails to customers asking them to log on to blankupdates.com and resubmit their financial details.
STEM.
Stock.
Sai, it's your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
What is this world's largest online auction site?
Sai, 5 seconds. Sai.
eBay.
Yes. It's very dangerous. You got to really pay attention to who you email back to. And we go on to question number 14.
Okay, question number 14 is about a person. This person's office has been deluged by old shirts sent by angry Germans who declare that his tax policies have taken the shirts off their back. At the same time, the tax song, a song lampooning him, has shot to the top of the charts. Who is this German chancellor?
The German chancellor. Why don't we take a look at the spelling hint? STEM.
Shredder.
Gerhard Schroeder is yes. And let's go on to the last question of the set.
The last question is about a quote. The following is part of Jimmy Carter's speech in Oslo where he received the Nobel Peace Prize. What is a word that fits into the blank? Blank may sometimes be a necessary evil, but no matter how necessary, it is always an evil, never a good. We will not learn how to live together in peace by killing each other's children.
Sai.
War.
Sai, it's good to see you get back into the game at the end. Oh, you gave a great effort. But STEM, actually, you win this round and you get to go to the finals. Congratulations. Now, Sai team, you gave a good effort. Actually, you had a lot of answers at the end there. I think you finally got over your nervousness of being on stage. But I hope you had fun. Now, do you have any words for the supporters who are watching you back home?
Well, I had a really good time with all of you guys, and thank you for all my friends who was looking for the internets for some questions for this
Who
show.
helped you study for this?
I mean, well, yeah. It was a very good experience to be here.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Go for it.
And now, STEM team, actually, you get to go on to the finals. How do you feel?
Feel good.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, I feel great.
And do you foresee actually yourselves winning the trip to Jeju Island?
Well, we heard the other team was pretty tough. So,
You guys are pretty good too, so
well, thanks.
I think it'll be a good match.
Okay.
Yeah.
And on that sentiment, we'll be right back after this. STEM team, welcome to our final stage. Now let us welcome back the Otay team. And of course, this is from the saying from the Little Rascals, Otay. And we have Jason Kim and Kenny Park. Welcome back to our stage. This is your attempt at win number 2 in a row. So what did your friends say?
Started laughing. I was quite nervous last week. I was spazzing a bit. They saw me spazzing, so.
That's normal though, right?
Yeah.
To be on camera, yes, for the first time. Now, we were talking backstage and you were saying that you had a special wish for the new year.
Yeah, I mean, I want to travel more this year because last year I didn't get to travel, and hopefully I could travel at a Contenders expense. So.
Well, on us. We'll see. Right. Of course, you already have tickets to Jeju Island, so we'll see what happens today. Now, you had some resolutions you wanted to share with us, or wishes?
Not so much resolutions. It's the beginning of a new year, 2003. I just wanted to wish everybody a belated Happy New Year's, and I hope that 2003 ends up being everything that you wished it to be.
Yeah, we all agree with that. And STEM, you're up against a team today that is going for win number 2 in a row. We'll see what happens. Will they win again, or will you prevail? Now let us go on to the final section. In this final section, we'll be giving you 5 categories of questions with 5 questions each, 10 to 50 points each question. And of course, what are today's categories, Chun-sung?
Okay, this week's categories are I Know John, Cold Facts, In World War II, Conspiracy Theories, my favorite, and Overlooked by Oscar.
And of course, by Oscar, we mean the movie award Oscar. And I Know John by names of, or different Johns in history or time. And so, I get to pick the first question, and I will go with I Know John for 10 points. Let's take a look at the past. John has been the second most popular name in England since before the 15th century. William is the most popular. John is used even today as a generic reference such as John Barleycorn, John Q. Public, and more. This John of current legal use is sometimes a fictitious but more often a real person. STEM.
John Doe.
Good to see you on the board. And of course, John Doe means, on a metaphorical term, it's meaning an anonymous, average, or everyman. And STEM, it's good to see you on the board. Otay, you're up against some tough competition. STEM, you get to choose.
I know John for 20.
I Know John for 20 points. This John was born on October 9th, 1940. After his father deserted his mother, he became a rebellious child who frequently skipped school and spent time doodling. He would later become involved in music, starting a band. That band, the Quarrymen. STEM.
John Lennon.
You're up on Beatles history, and of course, with his friend Paul, he wrote Hey Jude and Yellow Submarine, and of course, he is John Lennon of the Beatles. And STEM, you get to choose again.
Same category, 30.
Same category for 30 points. I Know John. Voted the sexiest man alive in 1988. Otay.
Who was JFK Jr.?
And of course, he was considered America's most eligible bachelor until his marriage in 1996. And Otay, you've evened out the score at 30 points, and you get to choose.
I don't know John, so I'm gonna go Overlooked by Oscar for 10.
Okay, Overlooked by Oscar for 10 points.
Hello, my name is Lee Yoon-seok, and I'm a professor at the film department at Sangmyeong University. People have their own way of perceiving movies. Some like to glimpse into other people's lives, and some like to be inspired. Well, this category is about some interesting questions about an important standard in the movie industry. Shall we start? Could the Academy voters have been swayed by star power? The Best Picture Oscar in 1956 went to Around the World in 80 Days, filled with dozens of cameo performances by Hollywood stars. But The Searchers was arguably director John Ford's greatest film and was the most nuanced, complex Western he ever made with this actor. Who is this American motion picture actor, usually portraying the archetypal American male?
Otay.
John Wayne.
And Otay, you get to choose.
Where should we go?
Let's go Deuce.
Overlooked by Oscar for 20 points, please.
Overlooked by Oscar for 20 points.
In 1997, this breathed stylish new life into the genre of film noir, and it was nominated for 9 categories in the Academy Awards. Curtis Hanson's elegant film is faithful to James Ellroy's multi-layered and labyrinthine book, but Academy voters were blinded by the star power and the astronomical budget of Titanic. And this movie ended up winning in only 2 categories, Best Actress in a Supporting Role and Best Writing and Screenplay based on material from another medium.
Otay.
And a Confidential.
Very good. And of course, Kim Basinger was very, very beautiful in this movie. And Otay, you get to choose.
Let's go by Overlooked by Oscar for 50.
Okay. Overlooked by Oscar for 50 points.
Released 3 years after the introduction of talkies, this silent picture must have seemed stubbornly retrograde to Academy members. This film featured a complete musical soundtrack and various sound effects and no dialogue. In this movie, a tramp struggles to help a blind flower girl he has fallen in love with. This generally considered Charlie Chaplin's greatest film was not nominated for a single Academy Award. What is the title of this 1931 film?
It's a silent picture. And
Train robbery?
Otay?
Train robbery?
Otay, I'd like to remind you that I'd like for you to answer only after I've called your team name.
Okay.
Thank you. And STEM, you have 5 seconds. You're going to regret not having gotten it. It's City Lights. The one you couldn't recall. And I get to choose. I will go with his favorite category, conspiracy theories, for 10 points.
Okay, for 10 points. In the final episodes of this series, it is revealed that on December 22nd, 2012, the ancient Mayan calendar will end and aliens will invade to take over the world. Running for 9 seasons, 2 FBI agents, Mulder the Believer and
STEM.
X-File.
Very good, STEM. You're closing the gap. And STEM, you get to choose.
I know John for 40 points.
I know John for 40 points. Game theory is the economic theory that is STEM.
John Nash.
Yes. And of course, Russell Crowe played this character in A Beautiful Mind, which was a hit film. And of course, Nash Jr. is the American mathematician and co-recipient of the 1994 Nobel Prize in Economics for his pioneering work in game theory. And STEM, you've got the lead with 80 points versus Otay's 60, and you get to choose.
Let's finish up the category.
Okay, I know John for 50 points. The story of this character was greatly changed by later writers, including Lord Byron and George Bernard Shaw. His adventures were later criticized as being immoral. An imaginary personality, he was originally depicted in the Spanish version as a lover, a trickster, a joker, and Otay.
John Juan.
And of course, he is one of the most notorious lovers of women in European literature. And Otay, you've taken the lead once again, and you get to choose.
Let's go with Overlooked by Oscar for 30.
Overlooked by Oscar for 30 points.
In 1973, the Academy preferred The Sting, a film about 2 good-natured con artists in the 1930s. We too loved The Sting's slick playfulness, but next to Mean Streets, Badlands, and American Graffiti, which were all released the same year. Mean Streets introduced this person as a major directorial talent.
Otay.
With Scorsese.
And of course, he had a new film starring Leonardo DiCaprio, The Gangs of New York. And STEM, I'd like to encourage you. And Otay, you get to choose.
Let's close it up for 40.
Okay. And we close out the category Overlooked by Oscar for 40 points.
The American classic Citizen Kane has been called the greatest movie of all time.
Orson
Otay.
Welles.
Otay?
Orson Welles. Sorry.
And of course, Orson Welles co-wrote, directed, produced, and starred in the film when he was just 25 years old. And Otay, you get to choose.
Let's try cold facts for 10.
Cold facts for 10 points.
For 10 points, American journalist Walter Lippmann first popularized this term in a 1947 book by that name. By using this term, he meant to suggest that relations between the USSR and its World War II allies.
STEM.
Cold War.
Yes. And of course, this is used to describe the post-World War II struggle between the former Soviet Union and the United States and their respective allies from 46 to 1989. STEM, it's good to see you on the board, and you get to choose.
Cold facts 20.
Cold facts for 20 points.
For 20 points, hypothermia occurs when the body's core temperature is lowered due to exposure to cold. Do not give alcohol to someone suffering from hypothermia. However, those living in cold areas may not agree. The high alcoholic strength of over 90% is generally diluted before marketing. Once this was called aqua vitae, the water of life. This is the traditional spirituous drink of
STEM.
Wine.
Otay, it's your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
traditional spirituous drink of Russia, the Baltic states, and Poland.
Otay.
Vodka.
And of course, Russians consume 4 billion liters of vodka per year. That's a lot of vodka. And Otay, you get to choose.
Cold facts for 30.
Cold facts for 30 points.
Okay, for 30 points. Since 1967, when James Bedford became the first person to undergo cryogenic suspension, at least dozens of people have paid tens of thousands and up to have their bodies frozen.
STEM.
Ted Williams.
Otay, it's your chance to answer and we'll finish the question.
Now, this person certainly could have been aware of the progress being made in cryogenics research, but opposite from popular rumors, a marked burial plot for him can be found at the Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale. Who is this American movie producer pioneer in animated cartoons?
Otay, 5 seconds. Otay.
Walt Disney.
And of course, there's a rumor that this person's corpse is stored in a deep freeze chamber directly under Disneyland's Pirates of the Caribbean. Interesting. And, well, Otay, you get to choose.
We'll go cold facts for 40.
Cold facts for 40 points.
This is a condition particular to Antarctica. When this happens, the sky and ground appear uniformly white or gray, so that humans unfortunate enough to be out in the weather can easily lose depth perception and become hopelessly lost. This is an atmospheric condition in which low clouds merge with snow-covered landscape, greatly restricting visibility, and only darker objects are discernible. What is this?
Otay.
Blizzard.
STEM, I'll give you 5 seconds. STEM.
Frost.
Actually, what we're looking for is an atmospheric condition in which low clouds merge with a snow-covered landscape, greatly reducing or restricting visibility. Otay.
The Aurora Borealis.
STEM, 5 seconds. STEM.
The hazing effect.
Good try. We're actually going for whiteout,
Whiteout.
when only dark things are visible. And with that, I get to choose. I will go with in World War II for 10 points. In World War II for 10 points. On June 6th, 1944, D-Day, a force of about 152,000 Allied soldiers from the United States, Britain, and Canada stormed the beaches in northern France. Otay.
Normandy.
And of course, they were joined by paratroopers, and the Germans were taken by surprise because they were expecting the attack to come further north, actually. And of course, the Allies secured the beaches. And Otay, you get to choose.
In World War II for 20, please.
Okay, in World War II for 20 points. The battle in this city lasted 5 months and is reckoned to have claimed more lives than any other single conflict of World War II. Finally, Hitler's troops surrendered. It was to prove a crucial moment, setting off the Nazis' defeat. Every year at the beginning of February, the anniversary of the Red Army's victory is marked by the Russians. They remember Otay.
We're Stalingrad.
Yep. And of course, they remember the sacrifice of 1.3 million soldiers who gave their lives to defend this city. Of course, it is now renamed Volgograd. Of course, it was originally named after the leader Stalin. And STEM, I'd like to encourage you to get back into the game, take a chance and buzz in. And Otay, you get to choose.
We'll go with World War II for 30 points.
World War II for 30 points. In July 1944, a group of conspirators attempted to assassinate Adolf Hitler, and this person was implicated in the plot. He received a message from Hitler giving him the choice of suicide or trial. He chose the former, and he was later buried with full military honors. He entered the army in 1910 and rose slowly through the ranks. Otay.
Goebbels?
STEM, it's your chance to answer, and I'll finish the question. For his successes in Africa, he was made Field Marshal and earned the name Desert Fox. STEM.
Himmel.
Otay?
Rommel.
Yes. And of course, Rommel is the German Field Marshal that we were going for. And Otay, you get to choose.
In World War II for 40, please.
In World War II for 40 points. On June 5th, 1940, the Germans launched a new assault against France. On June 17th, Marshal Henri-Philippe Pétain, who had become premier the day before, asked for an armistice. The armistice was signed on terms that gave Germany control of northern France and the Atlantic coast. Pétain then set up a capital at this city in the unoccupied southeast. This city is in central France and is famous for its hot mineral springs, Otay.
Lyon.
STEM, it's your chance to answer and I'll finish the question. What is this city? STEM, 5 seconds. STEM?
Nice.
Actually, we often refer to the period as this government, blank government. Otay.
Strasbourg.
STEM, 5 seconds. STEM.
Toulouse.
All right, before we just go over all the cities in France,
No, actually, I'm just going to give you the answer. It's Vichy. Vichy government. And I get to choose. So I will go with conspiracy theories for 20 points.
okay, 20 points. David Percy, who analyzed a photograph, claims that the moon landing was filmed in a studio. If this is true, why would NASA do that? The answer is distraction. They did not like what was going on with this. So, to get the public's mind off all the bad things, they faked a moon landing. If you check the dates, the US abruptly stopped going to the moon around the same time this war ended. What is...
Otay.
Vietnam War.
And of course, it began in 1954 and ended in 1975 in a communist victory in Southeast Asia. And Otay, you're doing a great job. You're in the lead still. STEM, I'd like to see you back in the game. And Otay, you get to choose.
Conspiracy theories for 30 points, please.
Conspiracy theories for 30 points.
The latest opinion of historians is that this person was burned beyond recognition. A team of scientists said that genetic studies confirmed remains dug from a mass grave in 1991 were those of the last Tsar of Russia, Nicholas Romanov, shot by Bolshevik revolutionaries in 1918. But they say that the fate of his daughter, this girl, long rumored...
STEM.
Anastasia.
Good to see you on the board. And of course, she is rumored to have survived this family execution and of course remains a mystery. And STEM, you get to choose.
Cold fact 50.
Cold facts for 50 points.
Commonly known as Your Tiny Hand is Frozen, this song is an aria that appears in Giacomo Puccini's work. Despite a long series of successes, there are many who regard this as Puccini's finest score. This displeased the audience at its Turin premiere in 1896. The love story of the poet Rudolph and the frail little Mimi makes this one of the most romantic in all modern opera. What is the title of this opera? Puccini opera.
It's STEM.
Verdi.
Otay, 5 seconds. Think of all of the operas you know that belong to Puccini. Puccini's done lots, and this is considered the best or finest score among them. The title of the opera that you just heard a piece of?
It is the most famous
Rudolph, a poet, Marcel, STEM.
Figaro's Wedding.
Otay, 5 seconds. Well, we're looking for La Bohème, the Bohemian. Ah, well. I get to choose, and I will choose conspiracy theories for 40 points.
40 points. Some say the conspiracy theory originated in the 20th century with Hitler's paranoid delusions. He adapted conspiracy theory to his own ends by identifying the secret rulers of the world as a group of rabbis, the elders of this. In Judaism, this is one of the hills of Jerusalem.
STEM?
Zion.
Yes. And of course, in biblical times, emblematic of the house or household of God. And of course, this is where, in Christian belief, we believe that God lives and of course is worshipped on earth or in the kingdom of heaven. Of course, as a pastor, you knew that. And STEM, you have a choice of 2 questions.
Conspiracy theories, 50.
Okay, conspiracy theories for 50 points.
50 points. One of the major currents of conspiracy theory is the secret society concept. This is a society found in Germany soon after 1776 by Adam Weishaupt, having close affinities with the Freemasons. They claim special knowledge, secret knowledge that set them above the common man. This is any one of various groups of people in history claiming to have received special religious or spiritual enlightenment. What is the name of this group?
STEM.
The Rosicrucians.
Otay, 5 seconds. Otay.
The Scientologists.
Okay, from Latin, the source of the English word luminous means to light up. STEM.
Enlightened ones.
Otay, 5 seconds. Otay,
The illuminated ones.
Give it up, man.
I'm actually going to give you the answer. Illuminati or the Illuminate.
Okay.
Yeah, the enlightened.
Sorry, wrong.
And with that, we have just one left. We have in World War II for
this is crazy
50
one.
points. This was, quote, the greatest secret of World War II since the atom bomb, end quote. In the winter of 1932, a 27-year-old Polish mathematician, Marian Rejewski, determined the wiring of this first rotor from Otay.
Enigma machine.
And of course, that is the famous German military cipher machine, a typewriter-like device capable of producing an infinite number of ciphers. And Poland actually broke it in 1933. Otay, with that strong ending, you end up the winners for the 2nd time in a row. Congratulations.
Various prizes are awaiting our winning contenders. Your first win will take you on a trip to Jeju Island. Your second win to Japan. Your third win will take you to China. And on your fourth win, you'll win a trip to Southeast Asia. On your fifth win, a trip to Hawaii. Your sixth win, a trip to the United States. And on your seventh win, you'll take the grand prize of a tour of Europe. We hope many of you join us.
Now, STEM, you made it to the finals, but you faced some tough opponents today. And of course, this was your first time on our stage, so you're a little bit more nervous perhaps than your opponents. But this is the beginning of a new year. Do you have any hopeful messages or resolutions that you'd like to share with the audience?
Yeah, hope everybody can do what they hope to do and plan to do this year and accomplish those things.
Thank you very much, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And Otay, well, perhaps your wish for a trip on us is growing more real with every game. This is your win number 2 in a row. Now, how far do you see yourselves going?
Honestly, or?
Honestly.
I mean,
We want to go the whole way. We wanna
All the
win
way to Europe.
7 wins, but we'll see how it goes.
Okay, we'll see you back here next week. Congratulations. And with that, we have a new 2-time winner. Join us next week to see what happens to the Otay team. Do they win 3 times in a row? We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.